Developing now, the U.S. Supreme Court is now hearing the case of Harmony Allen, a Port St. Lucie veteran raped by her Air Force instructor. That man was convicted in 2017, 17 years after the rape, but he was released shortly after when an appeals court applied a 5-year statute of limitations rule on that case. That sparked a bill that's been written by Congressman Brian Mast. It's called Harmony's Law, that would eliminate the statute of limitations for sexual assault as well as child abuse. And today, Harmony Allen was listening closely to that Supreme Court hearing.
She spoke with CBS 12 News Treasure Coast reporter Denise Sawyer just moments after today's oral arguments.
Air Force veteran Harmony Allen is still dealing with the trauma of being attacked by her superior more than 20 years ago. She's hoping the Supreme Court's decision will bring her some peace.
This photo shows the badly beaten 19-year-old Port St. Lucie Air Force recruit shortly after she was raped by one of her instructors.
I feared for my life. After the assault was done, I will never forget the 3 things that he said to me. He said, 1, that nobody would believe me because he was a sergeant and I was an airman. 2, he said he would fail me out of radiology school. And 3, that he would kill me if I ever said anything.
Harmony says this all happened just 3 months after she joined the Air Force.
There was fear that I lived with for many years. After receiving the beating that I took during that whole event, including having the back of my head split open.
She reported the attack 6 times, but only named her attacker 11 years later in 2011 after she left the service, and 6 years after the military statute of limitations for rape had expired. So Master Sergeant Richard Collins, who was convicted and sentenced to prison, was released after serving only 2.5 years of a 16.5-year sentence. A legal loophole the justices of the Supreme Court are now considering closing.
In this case, one side was saying a complaint of a sexual crime should be considered on its merits no matter how long after the fact it's made. The other side was saying we can't give it any credence at all because it's too old. I hope that the Supreme Court finds that the statute of limitations imposed is not constitutional and they take it away. But I'm not sure that I have a whole lot of confidence that that'll happen.
Congressman Brian Mast, who helped get Harmony's case in front of the Supreme Court, is also trying to pass legislation known as Harmony's Law to eliminate the statute of limitations on sexual assault cases in the military. He introduced the bill last year, but Congress has not acted on it.
Is there a time limit on justice? And that's the real question at heart here. And I think that's why Harmony has been so tenacious on this, because it doesn't just affect her, it affects so many, not just now, but in the future as well.